Hey y'all, it is Luca and welcome back to the channel. Today I am back in my forever save file in The Sims 4. If you haven't seen my builds for my forever save file, I have a playlist in the description down below, but basically my forever save file it's the save file that I plan on building in forever, at least my more committed builds, I guess you could say. If I'm wanting to really build something, I want it to be part of my save file so I can really enjoy it. But as you can see, we are in Newcrest today. We're on this little 20 by 15 lot. I love this lot, honestly. I love building on it. It's so small, but also it's just a nice little street. It's just like a simple little neighborhood near the city. I really enjoy Newcrest. I actually am very happy that we got a blank world all those years ago. Such a good world. So I thought today we could build something that is a bit more kind of like the vibes of a starter home, except it's not. I had some plans to do a starter home, but for my forever save file, I want these homes to be detailed. I want them to feel like they have a lot of life. And the thing is that starter homes kind of don't have that because they're, on a budget. They're pretty empty. So it's the vibes of a starter home, but it's not actually the budget of a starter home. But before we get started with the build today, I just want to say a huge thank you to the Creator Network for supporting the channel. If you would like to support the channel, you can use my creator code luccaowens at checkout, and I receive a small commission based off of that sale. All you have to do is type in luccaowens, LUCCAOWENS, right into the promo code section on the EA app anytime that you're purchasing The Sims 4 DLC. It's as simple as that. There's actually a September sale going on right now. It will end soon, so go ahead and check it out. Get some packs on sale, save you some money, get me some money too, because it's a win-win in that case, I guess. But once again, thank you all so much for using my code, and a big thanks to EA for supporting the channel. Alrighty, y'all, let us begin. So I have a floor plan on my second screen, so I'm gonna be doing, a lot of this, a lot of moving around, and yeah, no. If you if you haven't seen my last video, I did indeed buzz my head. It's new. I know, she's new. I just wanted a refresh. I turned 30 recently, and I was like, you know what? It's time to enter a new era into my life, okay? And I just wanted to buzz my head, get a fresh start. And yeah, don't worry, this isn't going to be forever. I'm going to, let it grow out, get a proper haircut soon. But let's begin. Without further ado. So this home, I may have to make some adjustments to the floor plan as I go, so just bear with me. But it is a pre-made floor plan that I found, I believe, on floorplans.com. It's literally called floorplans.com, but I'm going to go ahead and we'll get started. So we have a wall here, and we're just going to place down some placeholder stuff, which I may use these, but for now, these are placeholders. There is a little bedroom right here. I think I'm gonna do 3x4 tiles. I feel like that is a nice proportion, a good size for a teen or a kid's bedroom. It looks like they have a closet, which is interesting. And then there's a little closet right here for this hallway space or foyer or whatever. Oh wait, no, is that right? Ooh, maybe this needs to be a 4x4 room. Oh, there's no way I would be able to fit that. Never mind. Let me move this up a little bit too, because there isn't going to be much of a yard. I'll be honest. There won't be much of a yard just because it's a pretty, not a big house, but for this lot, it might be kind of big. Okay, so I think I am going to make it one tile larger. Yeah, that seems correct. And then it looks like there's a bit of a hallway. I'm going to get rid of this, honestly. We don't need that. That's just going to be decoration anyways. There is a little laundry room right here. And then right here across the hall is a little bit of a bedroom as well. We're going to do the same size. We may even make that a little smaller, actually. Yeah, I feel like it would be better to make it smaller. Maybe we'll do this way. Yeah, that works because there is going to be a closet here, but also there's going to be a bathroom. So actually we maybe not even include that. And then the bathroom's going to be like this. It's going to be kind of a weird hallway, but I don't know. We're just going with it. And then right behind here is going to be a bathroom for the parents. So I think I'm going to do Ooh, there's not enough room on this lot. Oh dear. Oh goodness. I predicted that this would happen. Well, How about this? Let's just go ahead. We're going to move on to another lot. I had a feeling this would happen, but I'm going to go ahead and save this to my little gallery here. And we're going to move to a 30 by 20 because here I was being like, oh, we can do a 20 by 15. That's fine. Not a 3-bedroom house though. What am I thinking? Okay, that's better. So let's continue on. I may do some adjustments, but I like the size of those rooms. And then we've got a little bathroom here. I'm assuming right here is supposed to be a walk-in closet. Okay, this bathroom is actually a little bit bigger. So it's actually kind of like this shape. They have like a shower here, a toilet, which is actually separate, and then like a vanity space. Okay, I can see that. And then there is a walk-in closet. I'm just going to make this the walk-in. Oh, you actually enter that through the bathroom. Interesting. Let me just put a door there just so that I can remember, because I know as soon as I get to that room, I'm going to forget why I did that. Right here is like a little hallway, again, like a little entrance. And then this will be where the master is, or the parents' bedroom. I think I'm going to do, let's just see what 5 tiles does. I feel like 5 tiles would be a nice size because it doesn't look like it's too big of a bedroom. All right, there's that side. It's very straight. This part is a little bit tricky because this area back here, now it is going to be open concept. I know, I'm sorry. That fits the vibes of Newcrest though. So I'm not really super worried. I can probably move this back, but right in the front there is where a garage is going to be. I actually want to build a garage this time. So I think we're going to do it to like there. And then there's going to be like a little covered porch right here. It goes all the way to the end. That's kind of cute. And then let's see, how wide should the garage be? Well, how about we look into the transportation section? If you have Better Build Buy, that sorts everything beautifully. And you just click live edit in this little sorting thing and it'll add it to the transportation section. So you don't have to be searching. I feel like we're just going to have like one car. It's not going to be like a fancy one. And I think we're going to do like this wide. That feels about correct. We'll do it maybe to like, it does look like there is like a little bit of like I don't know, I guess maybe like a closet where the water heater and stuff is. It looks like it goes almost to here pretty much. So I am going to include that. And you know what? Because I will forget, I'm just going to go ahead and get the water heater. I just searched up water. There's actually 2. There's one with that restoration kit like this. It's actually kind of fun looking and a lot more realistic. So I'm going to plorp that in there for now. And then the next room is the main living space. It's going to be kind of like a fun shape. So it starts kind of like roughly here. And I want to say we've got like a media area here. This is where like the TV and stuff is going to go. And then, you know, you've got your like couch area, which I don't really know how it's going to be set up. We may have to do some experimenting. And then this is actually where there's going to be like a big space for like windows. I kind of got to make sure it isn't too much because this space, so it kind of goes back maybe like 2 tiles, kind of like right there. And then it goes over to here and then there. It's kind of something like that. It's a pretty, you know, normal looking house, to be honest. But I kind of like building homes like that here in Newcrest. It just feels like it fits really, really well. I put some lighting in. I already don't like it. I'm not a big fan of open concept living. So I kind of, because like, think about it. You've got the front door and you're getting all of that energy, all that noise, all the way to the back of the house, all the way to where the living space is. Then you've got like, you know, it's just too much. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to close off some spaces. This will be the kitchen space. I think this will be a dining space. It's going to be kind of small, but I don't mind that, to be honest. See, this is the part where it's, maybe I should leave this all open. And then maybe I should honestly just put a wall like right here just to close that off. That makes me feel a little bit better, to be honest. There's still like a hallway right here for the like parents' bedroom, which I could even close that off as well and then just put an archway there, because I personally like that significantly better, because there ain't nothing I can't stand more than a completely open concept, because I'm just like, first of all, I you know what? I'm not even going to get into the nonsense of it because I could sit here and ramble about it all day. I'm just going to point you towards Nicole Rudolph here on YouTube. Highly recommend her video on open concepts. Very, very insightful, very inquisitive. So kitchen, that setup is good. Let's go ahead and we'll put down some doors and some windows. I'm going to use my favorite door, the basic. It's just such a good door. And let's see, we've got the door here. We've got a door. Ooh, I don't like that. I don't like that that's like that, but I guess that's just how it's going to have to be. We'll just make sure they're across the hall from each other. I just feel like that looks cute. And then this is like a little laundry. This is a bathroom for the kids. We've got this set up here. There's a bathroom here for the parents and then a door here for the parents as well. Okay, I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get the closets placed down just so that I'm like, I can remember, you know, because you know how I am. Sometimes I get things flipped around. I think this is a pretty good layout. So let's go ahead. Let's get our windows placed down and then the roofing. I'm of course going to be using these windows here from the base game. They are just a very simple window. I have really grown to love these windows so much. Is that too low? I feel like that's a little too low. Kind of want to lift them up just like a tiny little bit, just like that. I feel like that just looks better proportionately. And then I'm just kind of placing windows kind of roughly where it feels right. It doesn't mean that it is right. It's just, I think it feels right. And I think this back here is actually going to be a proper, like, I think a sliding door, actually. We'll just put one of those right there. And then I'll put some, you know, nicer windows right there for the dining room. And then the kitchen is just going to have two little windows just like that. I think I'm just going to put a door like right there. Now, the thing is with doing a garage, it's going to be a little tricky because you want it to look realistic with like a proper driveway. So I'm probably just going to have to use some terrain tools. And I'm probably going to have to move the house back to do that, just like the tiniest amount, probably just like to here, because they're really not going to get much of a backyard, I don't think. Ooh, that might be a little too far. Maybe just like one tile further up. I feel like that looks okay. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, we're just going to do like a simple little backyard. It's not going to be too big by any means. So I'm thinking, honestly, we'll just do like something like this, maybe just like a little fenced in area. It's nothing too big. You know, they're just going to have maybe a little grill kind of eating area. And then maybe just like a little, like, I could put in like a hot tub or something. I mean, I feel like this would look really good here. However, that's the view you're getting from the living room. I don't know about that, girl. I don't know. That's an option though. It's not a bad idea. I mean, I don't know. Maybe having that there will kind of help shade the like the living room space. I mean, that ain't too bad. I mean, we could even just put like regular windows instead of these big ones. To be honest, you don't want a lot of energy into the living room, and I feel like that's nice and cozy. I'm realizing now I don't like this archway being there. I kind of want just a regular archway, like a single wide archway. I don't know how I'm saying it. Ooh, these might actually look even better than these ones I'm using. I kind of do like this one a lot more. You know, I was actually thinking about doing kind of a sunken living room. I can see it working. I would want to put the archway maybe like there instead so that this feels more like a dining space. This is like the living space. So windows are placed down. I need to figure out the roofing. I'm pretty sure the roofing is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to start maybe with like a regular old hipped roof. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I want. No, I'm going to lower it down quite a bit. You know, this is like just a little cozy little suburban home. I think I might bring this forward since this is a covered roof or a covered porch. And then I can do like a half hipped or no, gabled roof. That's what it's called. And we'll just place that down just like so. I kind of like the way that looks. It's so simple. To be honest, it kind of reminds me of the house that I used to live in, like recently. Me and my partner, you know, we lived in a home for a little bit and, you know, things just kind of happened, you know, and kind of pushed us to move, external things and things that we were dealing with. So like just a lot of things, but it was really good for us actually in the long run. And we're in a much better place. But this, I don't know, it's just kind of like the simplicity because our home was really simple. It was literally like the most simplest house you can imagine, but it was really nice. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to do 3 tiles up or 3 notches up on the foundation. I feel like that's a cozy, the fencing is kind of messed up. I do like this fencing. I think I'm going to extend it out 1 tile over a little bit though. That's kind of nice. And then let's see, do I want to just make this like open right here? I feel like that would look good. And then we can, I'm just putting in placeholder stuff for now because, you know, I haven't really like fully planned this out. I kind of like the idea of there being like a little bit of a patio here. And then maybe this is a bit like more grassy and like kind of flowery and stuff. And then they just kind of have a grill here and then like an eating space. And then, you know, it leads out to this sidewalk here. And maybe they have their trash cans like right back here. Okay, yeah, I can see the trash cans like just being kind of tucked back here. And then up front, you know, again, I'm just putting placeholders down for now, but you can kind of see the vision. You know, I was going to make it a full covered porch, but I kind of like it being a little bit open here. And then this just being a little shaded, you know, that way they have some sun. This is the part that is probably going to trip me up, honestly, because I am not adept by any means with the terrain tools. It's just something that I just cannot seem to figure out. So just bear with me. I think I'm going to just start by doing this. I think the stairs are going to be in the way, which is an issue. Maybe I can do this and then just move this over because I can't stand it when the stairs and the doorway don't line up. That doesn't look too bad, actually. That leaves some space right here for maybe like a light or something. That way I can properly like kind of go out fully like this and then just use the soften terrain or smooth terrain, and we can just kind of slowly soften that in, kind of soften that. Oh, not too much though. Does that look okay? I mean, it doesn't look beautiful. We can smooth it out over here, I think, a little bit. And then I can go in with some proper terrain and probably just use like maybe this size and just go like here. You know what? I don't think it looks that great, but you know, it's also not functional. So I'm not really like super worried about it. If anything, we can maybe even lower the house one more notch and then we can just smooth this out a little tiny bit more. You know what? That does look a lot better. I actually don't dislike that. That looks good. And then of course, I think we do have some garage doors. They're not functional in the same way. We do have a couple options. We do have the one that's a literal garage door. This one is from City Living and you can actually have your Sims paint on it, which I can see some storyline here where the teen kind of gets into trouble and does that. And the parents are like, why did you do that? Maybe we can just kind of do that. Or maybe actually let's do this one on the inside so it looks like it can roll up on the inside. How does that look? Yeah, that's cute. I wish it was white because I know this one that's from Debug, like the live edit stuff. This is base, I'm pretty sure this is base game. It has a white swatch, but it is kind of grungy looking, so maybe that's not really gonna fit anyways. I do think I wanna add in maybe like a couple windows on the garage side, just so that it doesn't look so empty. So let's pick out the foundation. I kind of wanna go with the brick. I mean, the brick is just the nicest one. Maybe we go with the blue. I don't know, I kind of do love that because I plan on this being a blue house. It's kind of hearkening to the house that I used to live in. And then maybe we can do the siding from the base game. I kind of want to use this one. I don't know, it just feels like it fits right. Oh, that's so cute. And it matches this like trim here really well. This fence right here, I'm not really sure about, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I guess I could just go with the really plain one. I tend to use this one every single time, but I don't know, I just like it because it's really simple and like it looks like something I would see in real life. And then for this flooring out here, I kind of low-key want to go with like a white one. I know, that's weird, right? I never do that. That's weird of me. But there's just something about it being white, which it's never going to be this white, I don't think. Oh God, that's gray. What? That is gray. That one's a little bit brighter. That one seems okay. But honestly, the more I look at it, the more I just want it to be a nice darker wood. Ooh, this really rich wood is very pretty. And that kind of looks good mixed with all of the blue and stuff. It helps it stand out a bit. But you know how I am. I can't stand it when this doesn't match the trim. Is there any other little quirks that you do when you build in The Sims that you like can't like break, like little rules almost? Like I can't stand it whenever the flooring and the trim don't at least somewhat match. It just feels wrong. And then we're just gonna do, I might start with like a white trim on the roofing, but part of me wants to experiment because I really want to do like a simple black roof or something like this. Ooh, that's really cute. That has some like texture and variety in color. Actually, I think I like the way that looks. Oh, this door is going to be the death of me. I mean, I guess that's fine. It's not perfectly lined up. I mean, I can even just do like something like this if I wanted, but that's so small. It's kind of cute though. I don't know. And then we'll just make a matching little, what do you call it? A little staircase. Oh God, I have to have these colors matching or it's not going to be right. Okay, that looks better. And then the back is good. I think this little patio section, I think we're going to do, I kind of want to do some little bricks or something like these. These are really, really simple, but ooh, I love that. That's a nice little look. And then I could do something like this. That's kind of nice actually. And then we can just put some flowers and some lights right here. And I think this even looks good the way it is. It kind of looks like it's an extension of the house. And then let's see, we need to do some landscaping. I mean, at the end of the day, whenever I think of a house like this, I'm thinking hedges because it's like, I'm imagining that this home, it's a nice little home, but it's a rental. Or maybe it's not a rental. Maybe they're part of an HOA. Oh, I know, cursed. Which, at the end of the day, I think HOAs aren't necessarily always a bad thing. To a degree, they, when they are used right, they are good. Anyways, how are y'all doing? I hope y'all are doing all right. It is a really nice day today. I had therapy. I woke up early. I'm building in The Sims. It's a good day. Okay, I like the little hedges on the side. I think the front yard definitely needs some work. Should I do a fence all around? I mean, I feel like that would be really, really realistic. I think if I'm going to do that though, I would rather put a fence that looks like it's like in between the lots instead of like really close to the house. Let's see. Is there anything around Newcrest? Ooh, that would be perfect. So I'm just going to go base game so I know I'm using the base game one. I don't know. It's just whenever I'm building in a world, if I use any live edit objects like fencing, plants, anything like that, I have to make sure it's from that pack. I don't know. It just feels like it won't fit right if I don't. But yeah, we've got these fences right here. I could, in theory, just use the tool mod and oh, that just barely does not fit. Let me try to place this down. There we go. But yeah, that fits really, really perfectly. I didn't even put any end caps on it though. So that's kind of important, I think. We'll just put them to like right there. And honestly, I could leave them, but I low-key want to put them in the middle right here. Yeah, I'm going to do it. So if you're in build mode, you can only use the tool mod in build mode if you have Better Build By installed as well. By the way, linked in the description as always. I use these mods religiously. You can hold down the Alt key and then select everything until it's green. That way you can multi-select and then I can just click and then boom, there we go. Actually, in hindsight, I'm gonna move this back ever so slightly. We're just gonna click maybe right here. Yeah, I don't want that hitting the sidewalk. You know what? Do you see that right there? It is hitting the sidewalk. So we should do that. But then again, it won't be hitting the sidewalk back here. I'm going to be honest with you. This is how I am with games when I'm by myself. I just can't. I get really nitpicky over the literal smallest things you can imagine. So something like that, but I want it to be farther over just like the smidgiest smidge. So if you hold down the Alt key and you click on the ground, you can move the objects ever so slightly. It's kind of like dragging them towards you. So something like that looks good. Actually, yeah, I really do like that. I could even add some right here, and I think that would look so nice, which I'm just going to place them down kind of roughly where I want them, just like this. And then I'm going to use that tool mod method that I used earlier to just bring them closer. It's a little bit of trial and error, and you got to just have, some practice with it too. That is so nice. I don't think I'm going to do it here just because I don't want to completely fence off the yard. I think I'm just going to put some trees there. But then right here is the perfect spot for a little mailbox. Yeah, they can just put their little mailbox right there. That's so stinking cute. Should I do it right there? I think so. Normally this wouldn't be all slopey like this. Unfortunately, it's just going to kind of have to be that way. But I am going to use a little bit of a little bit of terrain just to kind of create a tiny little bit of a path. And now let's do a little bit more landscaping. I'm going to do some here in the front. Personally, these delphiniums, these are from the backyard stuff pack. No, romantic garden. I was incorrect there. I kind of want to do that kind of moment with them. Let's see, should I put some of these lupines or lupins in, or should I use some of these? These hollyhocks, man, I used to use them like almost exclusively back in the day. Before we got those live edit plants, I used these so much. They're so pretty. And then maybe we can even throw in some of these little, like, what are these? Are these irises? They're irises. How pretty. Wait a minute. I bet you 10-1 odds there is a purple. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's a very cute little pop of color. Do I want to put anything here? I think so. I think I might just put another one of these and I'll like angle it in a way that doesn't look like it's too samey. And I'll just kind of copy and paste the same things around. That's kind of cute. I quite like it surrounding the front of those flowers. And do I want to put like a trim on this? I feel like that would look pretty nice, especially for a house that's supposed to kind of be a little bit manicured. See, if I put it like that, actually, it doesn't look bad. We can just kind of tuck these in just a tiny little bit. We'll get rid of these excess flowers maybe. I kind of do like that, y'all. It's kind of cute. I may even take like one of these irises and just put it like right here. Like they specifically planted some just around the little mailbox. That's cute. I like that. I want Newcrest to feel very put together. You know, I want it to feel like a neighborhood that is definitely, there is definitely an HOA here. And then let's see, trees. We would definitely want to keep the trees at a minimum. What kind of trees do we have around here? A lot of these like beech trees, which the lot is literally called Beech Byway. So we'll do these like little beech trees. Maybe we'll do like one right here maybe. Or do I want to put it like right here? No, we'll put it right here because I know there's one right here and that would be too close, I think. Let's see. I'm just going to go base game with the furnishing or the landscaping. Once again, European beech tree. So this is an American one and this is a European one. What's the difference? The European's just taller, I guess so. Put another one right there maybe. Is that that's too much for this HOA? They're not going to slide with you using too many trees in your yard. So we will make sure to place down just a couple like that there. You know, it's good to have some trees around the house. Add some shade. We'll put another one maybe like right here and maybe another one right here. That's pretty nice actually. I think that's a very nice and clean landscaping job, I think, personally. And now let's go ahead. And do I want to add some flowers around this? I really do. Maybe we can just put these and kind of get by with it. But then we have these flower beds. Well, maybe we won't put these in the flower beds then. Maybe these flower beds won't have the irises. We'll just have these flowers. Yeah, and then maybe we can mix these in. Ooh, that's pretty. Just white flowers there on the front, but then they have these like, you know, irises growing here just kind of wildly. I don't know. I think that's just so stinking pretty. I love that. And then we can just do that surrounding the little, what do you call this? The little driveway here. Oh, that's so cute. I am obsessed with that. That's probably a little too pretty for an HOA home, but hey. And let's see, we need to add some lighting up front here. Ooh, it's so dark. I think we'll use this regular like lamp light right there. Why is the lighting all weird on that? You know, that's strange, but I'm not going to really think about it too much. Ooh, I do want to do something real fast. I'm going to put a wall here, but we're going to put a spandrel right there just so that this is separate. That way I can build a ceiling. Yeah, that looks so much better there. And then I'm going to do a ceiling light, I think, for here, just because there isn't a lot of room on the wall there. And then the ceiling light in question, what shall that be? This one right here is kind of cute, but it seems a little bit big. Let's just see about lighting. I mean, that's kind of a vibe, actually. I kind of do like that, but it seems a little low. So maybe we can actually just shrink it once. That looks cute right there. And then we do need some kind of light up here too. So maybe we'll just use the same light that we used over there. We'll just put it right here. And then we need some little lights out here too. I'm thinking just maybe this one from Get Together. I like the simplicity of it, you know? And then we're also going to do a couple back here. And then I am also going to go ahead and throw in some out on the backyard here too. Let's see, I'm just going to do like that many, I think. And you know what? I'm going to get these irises and we're going to put more like right back here, just on the side here, just a little bit of a nod. I think I might do some like purple rose bushes back here too. I kind of want to redo this landscaping here because I feel like this doesn't look right. I think we'll just do one light on each side. Ooh, wait a minute. We can do that. Oh, that's cute. And then I can put maybe some more of these lights on either side that you can see a little bit better. And just to kind of help tie those off a little bit, I'm going to use this fence, and we're just going to do it like so. Okay, this is looking very nice exterior wise, very simple and clean. I honestly think that might be all the landscaping that I do for now. All right, let's furnish this front porch, and then we'll move on to the back. We'll go ahead and get everything out on the exterior done. I think for the front porch, I just want to keep it really simple. I kind of want to use this from Cats and Dogs, maybe. I don't know if I'm going to use this one or if I'm going to use this one from the Love Struck pack. I think this one looks a little bit nicer, and it's going to be probably the white swatch. It's not really the place where they hang out. You know, you don't go out on your front porch to hang out and do all that. It's a place to look pretty. Like, I kind of want to put like a couple nice plants out here or something. And then we can actually make these look more like planters, because there's actually an item, it's a chair from the Laundry Day stuff pack that I've seen people use this before in this way. Basically, you take this chair and you shrink it down, I think once, and you do that for all 4. You do it 4 times, and you can just like rotate these chairs just like this and then place them back. I saw someone do that such a long time ago. I think you even can like lift this up once. See? Isn't that so cute? It's so cool and so fun to try things in new ways. That looks very, very cute. I actually don't remember who did that because I've seen it like such a long time ago. And then for a little welcome mat, we're going to use our favorite little mat. It is from the base game. It's kind of seasonal too. It has like, it's got just like a plain little, you know, message right here, but then you can switch it to like more of a seasonal vibe. And I think I'm going to go with the seasonal vibe. We're going to do the little trees. Actually, no, we'll do the pumpkins, because I definitely want to add in some pumpkins. You know, maybe they're breaking the HOA rules and they're putting out a little bit of fall decor before they're allowed to, you know. That looks really nice. It's kind of tucked away. I do think I want to add in a little wreath as well. My favorite little wreath. It's just so perfect. And I think the front door, I kind of want to keep this, but I kind of want to make it a red door. Or do we want a yellow door? The yellow door. The yellow door is so cute. Okay, I think that is a good little place to stop there. And then I do want to go ahead and I think I'm going to add in a bike out here, you know, as like a little bit of a, you know, like, oh, they didn't put their bike up. They just kind of, you know, parked it there and left it. I think the last thing that I do want to do is I'm going to go in with a little bit of terrain paint before I forget with this landscaping here. And I'm just going to add in a little tiny bit of dirt just under these trees, just for a little bit of realism. This just kind of helps them look like they're not just kind of sitting there. It looks like they're actually in the ground. All right, and then let's go out back and we'll get this situated. Ooh, I didn't even put a column here or anything. Oh my gosh. We'll just do this simple one from Get Together, of course. I think we'll just use, I kind of like this one from Love Struck. I haven't used that before. It's very cute. And then there's going to be a little bit of a grill area just right there. That's just cute. Should I use this one or should I use the nice one from the patio set? You know what? That one's really nice. It stands out really well too. We can tuck this back a little bit more. Oh, there's no stairs here. I'm just now realizing that. Let me get these. We won't put a railing back here just because it's so low, and we'll just put that right there. That's all right. I think that's kind of cute. And these act kind of like as a separator, so it doesn't look weird. And then right here, we're just going to put some kind of outdoor like seating, tomato, I guess. I would like it to be somewhere that you can eat though. And I think this would look really, really nice just right there. Do I want the white? I think I want the blue. I like the blue. There's also a solid blue, but I kind of like the stripy blue. And there are supposed to be some chairs that go with it, but I don't really like those. They're a little too modern looking. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. So maybe we can just use these. Okay, I think this all looks good. I think I'm going to put another rug back here, but it's just going to be a regular old rug, just like that. And then we are going to add a nice little outdoor little lot right back here. We're going to put this one here, I think. Or do we want to use that one from the front again? I kind of like that. We'll shrink it down and just place it right there. And oh, I need to make sure that this room has a ceiling built on it just so it doesn't look strange. I do think we need something out here. I can't just not put anything. Maybe we'll just put like a couple plants, you know, that they're taking care of or something. We'll put some of these just like that. We won't do the live plants from Enchanted by Nature because that, you know, that's asking for them to just die instantly because that's apparently what they do. We'll put like some of these. Actually, we can put like a bunch out here. There's so many. That's kind of cute. It acts as like a little separator too. I love that. And then I really want there to be something right here, like a little decorative item on the wall. Ooh, we could probably put some of these here just for a little bit of decor. But I don't think I can think of anything else to put out here. Ooh, I kind of like this just for a little nod, you know, to something else. It's just a wheel, I guess. Maybe they just liked it there, but that's kind of cute. All right, I think this looks very nice. It's pretty simple, but I think overall the exterior looks really good. I am going to go ahead and let's jump on into the interior. Alrighty, so I went ahead and I selected all the wallpapers and the flooring for the house. I went with this flooring here, this really dark wood flooring from Cats and Dogs. I really like this one, especially for like newer built homes. It just kind of gives that like kind of vinyl flooring vibe. And then, you know, just some simple marble tiling, which in hindsight, I think I want to change this to just the white. I feel like that grayish brownish color is just a little too dark. And then I also, you know, did the concrete flooring here in the garage with some brick. Yeah, that's kind of the basics. I went with some fun, you know, wall colors. I went with a lot of blues and grays, very basic, but then I did a green room here for the kids' room. And then for the teens' bedroom, it's this like really like spiderwebby wallpaper from Spooky Stuff. Definitely recommend that. All right, let's get started with the furnishing. So I actually wanted to start with this garage just because I've never really furnished a garage before, which is a shame because like I don't know why I don't do that in my builds. I guess because they're not technically functional. There is this restoration workshop, which I think would be really nice in here. It's a kit we got some time ago, but I think putting in some stuff from it would be kind of nice. I kind of want this brick to be like a darker brick or something. Like I think the white is just a little too bright. Yeah, that way it doesn't look so out of place. And then I'm just gonna kind of throw in some of these. I think most of these items are functional or are not functional, but I don't know. I just really enjoy it. And then the water heater is just in here. This actually came with that pack as well. And then let's see, I kind of want to move this over. There is this little vault fuse box. I kind of like the idea of it being like right there. That is so well done. And there's like some grungy versions too, but that looks so cute. And then, you know, there's other things too we can put in here, little decorative bits and bobs. There's these little stackable storage tubs and then like these like little like garage kind of, what are they called, shelving? Like that would be perfect just like alongside right here. Let's look at the swatches. I don't want to do like a grungy swatch. I want something that's kind of nice. We could do the white or we could do the black. I kind of like the white one. Looks nice and clean and new. And then we can put these out as well. These are really cool little tubs, which they're actually stackable, which is really nice. I kind of like the yellow. I see this yellow a lot IRL, but maybe let's mix and match some of the colors just a tiny little bit. So, you know, mainly so that it doesn't all look super matchy. It's a little bit more realistic if they're a tiny bit mismatched. And there is this sink I could put right, well, not there. That's a really bad spot for it, but maybe just like right here on the side. I don't know, somewhere right here maybe? I really don't know, to be honest. I'm actually gonna put the fuse box right there, and then this sink should go in this corner. That just makes the most sense. Ooh, and there's these lights too. Let's get rid of the saucer light, and then we can just place these down. Oh my goodness, yes. We'll just put 3 of those kind of evenly. Yes, oh my goodness, that's so fun and realistic. I love that. We can't forget a toolbox either somewhere. We'll put it right here on this. Gosh, I wish you could actually use these items, which technically, you know, They're not actually functional, but these items here are salvageable and you can repair them. That's pretty cool, but I'm not going to include that. There are these boxes too. I'm trying to think, what other things can we throw in to the garage here? We can just throw in some stuff from the basement treasures kit as well, because that's good. Like this little box. There's also like a waterlogged version. Like, uh-oh, they left it outside. It's little bits and bobs, you know, boxes on boxes on boxes, you know. And then I think to finish off this garage, I feel like it would only be right to put some kind of like stain on the floor. Like maybe not under the car. That's pretty foreboding, but maybe we can put like this here. Maybe this room here had a leak one time. Honestly, I love that little bit of realism. And I think to cover these windows, we should do some blinds. We'll do these gray ones like so, just like that. Ooh, something else that I can add too. This is actually a functional item. This is the attic stack decoration box. This is from Seasons. I'm gonna just put it like right here, but this item here, basically you can go have your sim go to it and they can actually put up decorations on the house, which is really, really fun. I'm gonna add some bikes in here as well. We'll do like a kid's bike here, and then maybe we'll put this bike inside instead. You know, this is like maybe the teens bike or something. We'll just put that there. I wish there was like a hanging bike on the wall. That would be so awesome. I think we'll put this item here though. This is like some hanging like gear and stuff for like skiing. I don't know. Maybe this is just where they keep their winter stuff. A little fire extinguisher right there maybe. Ooh, we'll put a garage phone. Why not? Yeah, I think that's really all I want to add. I'm kind of in love with this little space. Honestly, let's move on to the more boring rooms. Let's do this foyer here. I mean, you know me. I can't get away from the boob light, even though this is like a nice, probably newly built house. Don't we just love the boob light? And then let's see, we just need a nice little entry rug here. Probably something like this one, perhaps. In hindsight, I think the boob light just isn't the vibe. I know. That's weird for me to say. I just personally think that we need like a more of a cooler tone light, which is kind of weird coming from me. We could also do this light, which is right next to the boob light. I think this one would be kind of okay. There's also this one too. Oh, this one probably is perfect because it's rounded and the lighting is just a tad cooler, which, you know, I don't really like, to be honest, but I feel like for this home, it looks pretty good. And plus the cool tone walls kind of make it work better. This Season's little coat rack kind of situation, I think is going to fit here quite nicely, actually. I kind of like that swatch a lot. I'm gonna put that one there, and then maybe some shoes. Like, do I do a shoe rack there, or maybe not? Maybe, oh, well, there's shoes right here. That's perfect. We can also put these shoes somewhere. We can just put them like right here. That's kind of fun. Right here, there needs to be some kind of mirror, I think. You know, this one from Seasons is actually kind of nice. There's a white swatch too that I think would look really good. There's an orangey swatch, which honestly, that kind of looks good too. And then what we can do is just go in, add a little bit of a accent table, I think. Yes, that should fit there quite nicely. You know me, I love this table. I think the brown actually looks kind of good. I feel like that's a weird placement of everything. I kind of need them to be centered. And then we just need to actually pick out a little rug here. Weirdly enough, I kind of am digging this rug here. There's a purple swatch that I know it doesn't exactly go with the walls, but I don't know, it kind of complements the door, and maybe it's more of an autumnal choice because it's purple. I didn't really talk about who this house was for, did I? Pretty sure I didn't. But this home is actually for two dads and their two sons. One is a teen that's kind of rebellious, you know, the typical. And then one is like younger and into science. Let's see, I'll put a little candle on this one. This little, you know, decorative scented candle is very cute. I actually really like how simple that is, but you know me, I gotta add some other decor and some other clutter too. I can't help it. Oh, these are really cute. These are from Spooky Stuff. Oh, I kind of want to put them out. Maybe the HOA is very anti like Halloween, but they only let you put fall stuff up. Maybe we can put this inside the house right here, just for a little bit of decor. It kind of clips a little bit with the table there, and it kind of doesn't fit the best, but you know what? Why not? It's cute. And then I think a little plant right here is perfect. Maybe we'll do like something like this one. Oh, That one. That one's just my favorite plant, I think, in the game now. All right. And I think we just need a rug right here. I kind of want to use the rug that came with, it's actually a stuff pack that is quite controversial, but it's the rug that came with my first pet. I know it's controversial to use this, but it's got some nice neutral swatches and I highly recommend it. Part of me wants to change the wallpaper in here now because I feel like this light blue just isn't my jam right now. Like I kind of am loving this like really rich, like plum purple. Like that's so pretty to me. And plus, it's kind of autumnal. It accents the door really nicely. I don't know. I kind of am digging it. And then I need to add some sconces in this room. Probably just use these ones from Get Together. I quite like those. Very simple. Lights up the space very nicely. I think a nice little piece of art right here would look really good. I'm just going to use this one from the base game just because I feel like that little pop of yellow kind of looks nice. Okay, I think this room is pretty much done by my standards. I don't know. Maybe another piece of art right here will look nice. Just this like little sunflower one. Why not? I feel like that's cute. I think the next room I'll do is the kitchen. Why not? I feel like the kitchen is always a really good place to start. I think I'm going to use these lights again. I've been using these in kitchens a lot because you can do like 3 and it looks like a little fixture like that. It looks really good. I think I'm also going to replace this right here. There we go. I already had the countertops kind of selected, I think, and it's just going to be these really simple base game ones. I think I'm going to go with, I'm torn because I kind of wanted to use this one initially with that gray top, but I could also go with this blue, which would be really cute, really cool. I was trying to say cute and cool, and I was going to say cool. Yeah, I quite like that. The walls are also blue. I feel like that's a nice combination. And it's just going to be like this kind of shape, and then maybe we can include a little bar in here, nothing too big, just something to kind of add some more counter space. And then I think the fridge will go right here, unless we want to put it over here. No, right here is fine. And then, you know, we'll just go with some nice, simple and clean, basic. The cool kitchen stuff is very nice. And then I'm just gonna put the sink right here, I guess. I don't know. Do I want to put it there? I'm going to use this newer one from Home Chef Hustle. That's very cute. And I think I'm going to put the appliance, the dishwasher right here as well. I'll just use the base game one since that kind of seems to look the best. We need some color in here though. So I think I am going to throw in maybe a microwave or something with a pop of color. I think I'll put the microwave right there. And then maybe this little coffee pot with the orange top. We'll put that right there. That's kind of a fun little pop of color. And then let's find the little cabinets. Can this fit on top? It does not, unfortunately. So we'll go back and put this here correctly. Now, part of me actually wants to move this over to the corner there. I feel like that's where mine is in real life. So I think I'm going to place this here instead. Then I would have to swap these because I can't stand there being nothing. Like I want there to at least be countertop sort of free on both sides. Yeah, I'm okay with that. And then let's just add in, you know, the tried and true decor. I'm going to do like this color here just to kind of help it pop a little bit. And then let's see, I need the little fixture, not the fixture, the utensil. That's very cute. That kind of matches sort of like there's a running theme. I think right here, do I want to put like a little bookshelf in the corner or something? I feel like that would look kind of nice actually. Maybe this one? Ooh, I tend to overuse this one, but I kind of like it in the white. That looks very nice. We'll just put it like right there. Should they have a pet? I feel like they should have a pet because I feel like that would be the perfect place for a little pet bowl. Just something like that. They can have a dog. And then there is these little mats that you can put underneath, which I think are really cute. Just put it like right here. Let's scooch this over just a tad bit. Just right there. Well, ain't that cute? Love that. Let's see. I can put something right here. Maybe that can be where the aprons go. I think I'm going to do the blue. Is that kind of cute? There's also white and blue. And then there's this like Christmassy with blue. You know what? I think I'm going to go with this one. I think that's a nice color match. And then let's see. I need to find some kind of little seats, I think. I think I'm just going to use these, you know, just keep it clean and white. Or do I want to bring in a little bit of wood in here? I kind of like that actually. I don't think that, I hate that. That looks really nice. And then right here on this wall, I think I want to include that one item that came with Parenthood. It actually allows you to set a curfew. It's this one right here. We'll just do that one that kind of accents those chairs there. Let's see, we'll put that there. And then maybe here can be like a chalkboard or something for like food or whatever. Ooh, I like this little item. I tend to forget about this. It's so cute. I don't know where to put it though. So maybe we'll just kind of like plop it right there. Oh yeah, and then I'm also going to add in like a little chopping board back here. We'll do this one, and maybe we'll do like this darker one right here. And then we'll add in a nice little knife block. I think this one would look best. Yeah, we'll put this just like right there. It looks like they can like prepare food and stuff here. Okay, and then I'm also going to add in a range hood. I always tend to forget the range hoods for some reason. We'll just put that one. Maybe we'll actually do the white. Yeah, that matches really well. And then I am going to put a little rug in here also. Probably just this blue one. That matches really well actually. Can we put another in it look good? I mean, sure, that looks fine. And then I'll add in some little curtains in here as well. I feel like there needs to be some lighting in here, some more lighting. I'm gonna go into the overhead lights, and it's this one right here. It's the same as the one I used before, but it's the medium version. We can shrink it down and put one right above the sink. I just really like how that looks. You can't really see it when you're like playing, but you know, you know it's there at least. And then there is this little picture like light. I always put this above the stove to kind of act as like a vent hood light. And then what was I putting here again? I'm pretty sure it was either the calendar or it's the little chalkboard. We could do both. You know what? Let's do this little cheeky one. Why not? I can never remember where to find this little chalkboard. I know it's from the base game. Yes, it's this one right here. That is very cute. We'll do the white one, I guess. No, that one looks better for sure. And I think I'm going to do like this kind of situation with all these. That looks kind of cute there. Do I want this to say orange or do I want to do a funner color? The red kind of is a nice vibe. It kind of stands out really well. That is the kitchen, nice and closed off, thankfully. Let's go ahead and I guess in true fashion is to decorate the dining space too. So we'll go ahead and we'll place 3 more of these lights right here. This is going to be a little bit of a tight squeeze, I think, right here. Ooh, and I'm going to use this darker wood swatch because I want to use, honestly, these might be my favorite chairs. They are from Laundry Day. They're these like wicker ones. I don't know. They just add a lot of fun to it. In hindsight, that is a little bit discombobulated. I don't know, discombobulated. I could move it to there and that looks better. I actually don't mind that. That way that this space isn't super taken over. And then I can also put a proper rug. I'll just honestly use this one again, just right there. You know what? I don't mind that. That's okay. I think to kind of help offset the asymmetry a little bit is I am going to include maybe this little record player or something there. Or maybe just a radio. It doesn't need to be a record player. Something like this one perhaps. I don't know. I think this one is actually kind of cute. It fits here really, really nicely. And maybe they put it on while they're like listening to, or they put it on and listen to music while they're eating dinner. And then for the curtains, I kind of just want to go with the ones from Seasons. I feel like they just kind of work the best. I don't ever use these. Do I like them? No. I don't like that swatch at least. Do I just like the white? I mean, I feel like white curtains is just kind of dull. Like I want to add a little bit of color or something in here. We could do these like purpley ones. I'm not mad about that, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. I don't think those colors necessarily go together, but I don't think they don't work together either. So we'll just give them a go. Why not? And then the rug here, I think the rug will help tie this all in somehow, some way. Ooh, I do quite like that. And then we can just add in some nice artwork here, or, ooh, I don't think we were going to have enough room because I was thinking about putting a table there. Yeah, no. That's not going to fit. We're just going to put some nice art there. I should have probably made this area like one tile like smaller or bigger. What am I trying to say? I mean, I could make the living space like a little bit smaller, and that honestly would not be a bad thing. Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I did sink down the living space a little bit. I don't know if I like that though. But then again, if I move these out, then maybe I can put this here instead. That doesn't look bad. I kind of do like that. Let's just see how that feels. Let's go ahead though, before we get get too far ahead of ourselves with decor and stuff in that space, I want to go ahead and place down just some placeholder like furniture for in here and see how that's going to look. See, it is a little bit cramped and I don't know if I like that myself, to be honest. So I think I can just sacrifice the perfectionist part of that just so that I can put like a proper couch here and then a proper love seat here. See, that just looks better to me. So we can even flip this around like that, even though that's not like perfect. I don't mind that actually. That feels a little bit better. It feels like they can move around it a little bit more. And then let's see, we'll actually find some good wall art for in here. This painting helps tie in those curtains beautifully. And I think we just need to find something to go in the middle of this right here that'll help it even more. These are kind of perfect. Yes, that helps tie that in so nicely, I think. I think I'm also going to go in and just add some columns on either end here. That looks kind of nice. And then maybe right here, I kind of want to use like something like this possibly. I don't know. Does that look okay there? Yeah, that looks really cute right there. I like that. It kind of helps separate the space a bit more. But yeah, let's properly like work on this little living space. I think honestly, I want to just keep using these lights. This space is so dark looking right now, but we'll brighten it up. First thing I would want to do is I want to add some kind of like media set here. Now, part of me just wants to use this cabinetry, which I can't see a thing in here. We'll do that. That'll help me a little bit for now. But I think I might just use like these cabinets just like along the wall, maybe like that much or maybe this much. And let's see. I mean, the wood is a very nice little cozy touch. I kind of do like that a lot, actually. Realistically, these knobs would be like up here, but we'll just pretend. We'll just put the TV there, and then perhaps we put bookshelves or something on either side. These from the Book Nook kit are too perfect, actually. Like, I think I want to use these instead. Oh, I don't know though. That looks so good. I really like that. Do I want to leave the cabinets here? Do I want to make them a little bit warmer? That looks actually very nice and cozy. And then I can just go in with more of these cabinets right here. We'll just do those. What do you think of that? That's kind of cute. I kind of like that. I need to get rid of these lots right here. It's a little too bright over there now. That looks good. I adore that. And then that way we can actually now go in and add our like couch and love seat. We could also do a sectional. I just wish these looked nicer to me, to be perfectly honest. I'm not really a big fan of them. The colors are just whatever to me. However, this green might actually look pretty good in here. You know, I mean, we could just give it a shot. You know what? I kind of like it. I haven't really let me rephrase that. I was going to say I haven't really used it before, but I just don't really ever use it. I kind of like that, actually. I like this kind of moment here. I'm trying to think, do I want to have it be like this L shape? I feel like that would be really good for a family, you know? Let's see, we would have to put the coffee table. It'd have to be like one little tile, which I'm actually not opposed to. I like this one a lot. It's very cute. And then we can probably even use this rug from the My First Pet stuff as a little rug in here. Ooh, that's very cute. The green is actually very nice, but I know there's also like a lighter color here or like this kind of burnt it's not really a burnt orange. It's almost like a leathery brown. There is a burnt orange. I don't think that works very well. The blue might work, but honestly, the dark green is probably the best. I feel like this has blue and purple, and then this is just green. I feel like that's a weird combo. Maybe we should do like a blue like that. I'm not really a fan. I really want this greenish color to work. So maybe I should go with like a dark blue rug instead. This one is not really going to work for me though. It's just not dark enough. There is this rug from the Dream Home Decorator pack as well. And I think it's got like a little bit of this like, it's not really purple. It's more of a reddish color, but it's like kind of close. And we just need to add in some little side tables here. I don't know what kind of side tables though. Something kind of simple, but also I want it to fill in this space. I mean, there are these. That does look really nice. And it looks like it almost matches the media cabinet and stuff. And then we just need a little lamp right here as well. Should I just do a simple lamp? The next band, simple lamp. And then let's find another like little floor lamp to put over here in this corner. Ooh, this one from the Book Nook kit. That is so hard for me to say. Put it right there. Does that look good? Kind of. Yeah, I like that. And I think what would amplify this space is throw pillows, of course. We'll just do some. Now I'm just going to go ahead and place them down at first, and then I will properly like change the colors and stuff. I just like to get them down because sometimes I gotta put them there before the colors are decided. Kind of like this kind of setup here, you know, and then maybe some more right here. I feel like I would want, at least this is what I used to do whenever I had a sectional, was put it in the corner like this, and then put like 2 smaller ones on either side like that, just like so. And then we'll go in and actually change the colors. Probably the dark blue is not really the vibe. This one is though. We'll do like the main ones to be like that lighter blue. It's not really a blue, it's like a grayish blue. And then do we do brown? Do we do purple? Should we just do like a lighter kind of gray color? I kind of like the lighter gray, but I kind of want to throw in like a yellow pillow. Ooh, but the yellow is really cute. Ooh, I like that. That looks very, very nice. The yellow and the purple kind of complement each other. And then I do need to add in like some little decorative items. We'll just add in like a little candle. I know this is technically an outdoor candle, but it's just so cute. I love this candle so much. We can say that that's an autumn candle. And then we do need to add some little clutter items right over here. Nothing too like cluttery. I really just want to put like a couple little decorative, just little knickknacks or something, or maybe even something like this. I mean, there's books all around, but maybe this is where they feature some books. It's their favorite books that they like to show off. That's kind of cute. And then maybe we'll do like that one. That's very adorable. Maybe we can include some stuff from seasons. Since, you know, it is September when I'm recording this build, we can add in a few little fall decor items maybe. Maybe just some of these like little cards here. Ooh, those are so cute. I don't want to go too like heavy-handed with these purely because, ooh, wait, that's gonna look so good. Oh, we'll put these in the, oh yes, they fit so well there. But we'll put these like alongside here. That's so awesome. I am obsessed with that. I don't want to go like too heavy-handed with these like fall decor, so that whenever if you do download this house and you don't want it to look like fall, it won't be like too much work to like remove it and replace some items. I kind of want to go with these from the movie Hangout, these like curtains here, just like right there. I don't know, the white's kind of nice, but I kind of want this beigey one. Actually, I feel like it would be weird to have mismatched curtains in a room. So we're going to go with the purple. And honestly, I really do like that. That looks really good. I do need to kind of reposition this daggone couch. Honestly, the only reason I'm doing it is because I don't like when things clip into the curtains. It just stands out too much for me and it bothers me. So I'm just going to ever so painstakingly move everything over just like a notch. I'm just going to start by moving what's right here instead, and then just base everything else off of that. It's that simple. Okay. That looks better. And then just like a little bit of artwork right here on this wall would be the perfect little filler. Ooh, I kind of like this one. I feel like it might be a little too bright for this space, but maybe there's another swatch that looks really cute. I feel like this one kind of looks cute. I use this painting so much. I really like this painting. It just has some really pretty swatches. I actually quite like that. It adds a little bit of fun color in there without overpowering everything. This little space is kind of weird. It's just kind of like a walkway, so I'm not really going to do much with it, I don't think. I am going to go in and just add some more lights just around. I know we have all these bookshelves right here, but honestly, I feel like we need a bookshelf here or something. It's just the perfect filler, honestly. So what are y'all up to? What you doing? Hopefully you're getting some stuff done. You know, either you're trying to get some rest, you know, relaxing, you know, because that's something you got to do. Oh, that kind of looks good. Or, you know, hopefully you're getting some laundry done. Hopefully you're folding some laundry. Oh my gosh, please. If you have laundry to fold and you have the ability, let's get it done. I promise you, you'll feel better. Because every time I have to fold laundry, it's like, ew, gross, hate it so much. But then when I get it done, I'm like, wow, I feel so relieved, finally. I'm going to put a few little sconces around. Actually, I don't know where to put them. Maybe we'll put one like right here too. Okay, living room and dining space is done. I actually really like this space. It's a lot more fun than I expected. However, should I put a rug here? I feel like that would be too many rugs. That's one too many rugs. So, but I probably should put some art here, shouldn't I? Honestly, I kind of like that painting there. You know, I kind of like this little painting. I don't know. It's kind of giving like early 2000s, but at the same time, it fills in the space nicely. Let's go ahead and do the laundry room before we head on into like the kids' rooms and then the parents' rooms and stuff. So I think right in here, I kind of do want there to be a little window, just like up here or something. I don't know. I feel like it's sacrilegious to have a room without a window, at least in one of my builds. So we'll put a little window in there. And then let's see, I'm going to find the washer and dryer. I'm going to do the stackable ones. Now, just a reminder, if you don't like the laundry system in The Sims 4, perfectly valid, because honestly, it's not that good. Sims 3's was actually better, which is something you'll rarely hear me say, is that The Sims 3 is better, at least in the laundry department. But at the same time, I just can't not add something like this just because it just feels so realistic and correct. I think I'll just put a little counter in here. We'll probably do maybe just this one with the brown base. And I think, should we do a sink? I mean, we could always do a sink right here and kind of do like a little like corner kind of moment. I don't know if that's realistic, but hey, it's a tiny little room, and sometimes you just need an extra little sink for something. And then let's see, let's find some towels and something, you know. Ooh, we'll definitely put this in here somewhere. And then probably like a little stack of towels, maybe. I don't know. Is that redundant? Possibly. But at the same time, I just think it's nice to add a little bit of clutter, but not too much. And then let's see. I kind of want there to be some kind of like shelving or something in here. It's kind of hard to see because it's big old lot here. So we're just going to shrink it down just so that we can see in here a little bit better. This little towel rack shelf here actually is kind of perfect. I'm going to see if I can find the decor from the Laundry Day stuff pack. Just this. Oh, it fits, but it's too big for the shelf. Maybe we'll just, I don't know, maybe we'll just put it on the counter there. I feel like it would be weird to not have some kind of shelf. I feel like the window would be in the way. So let's get rid of that. Isn't it weird I deleted the window and it doesn't look as dark? I think we'll maybe just fit this one in here somewhere. Let me just lift it up with the 9 key until I can. Ooh, that is not the vibe. I think that's a little bit better. I don't know. Yeah, sure. That kind of fits perfectly. And then we'll just do maybe this white swatch or something to match the counters. It's a little bit of a tight room, but it's a little laundry room. I mean, you can't expect it to be too big. Also, I took a little bit of a break earlier just to run some errands and stuff. And yes, I'm using that rug. I bought myself a little drink as a treat. I got a Yoo-hoo. I have not bought a Yoo-hoo since I was probably less than 10 years old. It's been that long. And let me tell you, this thing has 47 grams of sugar. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize it had that much, which according to this is only 19%. Oh no, 73%. I don't know. That's a lot of sugar for a drink. You know you're entering your 30s when you start keeping track of how much sugar you have every day, because it's just a little bit much. I never know what's better, to put the toilet, sink, then the shower, or sink, toilet, shower. I always want to say sink, toilet, shower. That just feels better. And we'll just give them a little kind of normal little sink just like this, I think, just because I want this to kind of be nice. This is still like the guest bathroom. I like that swatch. It looks nice, but it's still kind of like updated, you know? This house is pretty updated too. And I kind of want there to be like a little shelf in here for like the toothbrushes and toothpaste. But the shelves in this game are just so big and gawky, and like there is this one here which, you know, kind of does work, but it's just, I don't know, awkward. I actually think instead of this kind of pedestal kind of standalone sink, I think I do want to include a counter, just because I feel like it looks a little bit more polished and a little bit more put together, and plus it just seems more realistic. I'll just make sure it's not like in the wall. You see, whenever you place down counters, first of all, why is this light coming through here? That's weird. But you can see how it's like part of it inside the wall. I'm gonna make sure it's not doing that so that we get as much counter space as possible. And then I can, you know, put in some toothbrushes. I'm just going to put in like a black toothbrush for the teenager because, you know, they're that kind of kid. But then I'm also going to do like a fun one for the younger kid. We'll do this yellow one. Why not? And then we'll give them a fun little hand soap, of course. You know, I feel like the people that live here, they aren't like super well off. Like, don't get me wrong. They're doing okay. So like they get the nice hand soap from Bath and Body Works for their kids. We'll make sure to get one for the adults too. And then just a little hand towel for the side here. here. Let's see, where is the one from Get Together? I love how there's some things in this game that come with a specific pack that you wouldn't really expect, but just like this simple little hand towel. I use it so much. It's from Get Together. It has all the basic colors that you can imagine. Get Together. I don't know why. Let's see, we'll just do like a little purple towel. And then the mirror, we'll just use this one. I really like that. And I think I'll also put in one of these as well, just for some added storage. And plus it actually adds some little, clutter item spots up here, so I can add a couple of like bits and bobs if needed. Like honestly, something like this, like the little salts, which probably isn't really necessary because there isn't a bathtub in here. We'll just put some random things up there. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to add some clutter up here. Why not? And then the lighting, it definitely is going to need to change. We'll shrink it down to where it's not super in our face, but I almost forgot the toilet paper. You know what? I really want it to be right here on this cabinet. Better Build Buy has a deletion protection thing that you don't necessarily need to keep on, but it keeps things, at least for the most part, from disappearing. It does cause some weird glitches, so just make sure to turn it off when you're not using it. But I want to put the toilet paper right here with Move Objects because that's where I would have it, Okay, that seems to have worked just fine. What is happening here? Why is there 2? I never put 2. You know what? It's fine. We fixed it. Okay, cool. Love that. That's cute. This is a kid's bathroom. I am going to put this towel rack since it's a little bit sloppy. Let's see. I feel like out of all of them, I mean, that one's most realistic, but the towel rack itself is black and I don't feel like it matches the bathroom. So we'll just use this one instead. And we just need like a little set of rugs. It's kind of hard not to use these. I don't know how people feel about rugs in bathrooms. I feel like rugs are pretty essential to me in a bathroom just because it's cold. Does that look good? Do I just want to use that? I kind of like that more. That looks okay. And then I guess I'll put in a robe. I always put a robe in a bathroom. We'll do this black one here for the teenager. And how about we put in some dirty clothes? I feel like it would just make sense. I wonder if your Sims can get around that. I hope they can. All right, there is the little bathroom for the kids. Let's go ahead and we'll do the teens bedroom, which I'm always very excited for. I will make the closet black also, and we're going to give them black curtains. We'll start with the curtains. Maybe that's what I need to start doing, is start with the curtains and go from there sometimes. If I'm struggling to figure out things, maybe I should flip-flop my strategy, Actually, I kind of dig these because that pattern is atrocious because it's conflicting with everything, but it's kind of iconic at the same time. Let's see. Let's just go to color in our little filter section and we'll just select black and just go from there. I was thinking about doing just a really basic black bed, but I don't know. I feel like this teenager has a lot more character in there. So should I give them a double bed or should I just give them this bed? I feel like this bed is also very ridiculous. The patterns in here hurt my eyes, but I kind of like that. I think I'm going to do the Asexual Pride because I really like that color scheme. And plus, why not? Asexual representation is very important. And then let's see, what kind of side table should I put in here? Maybe just this one. I don't know. It just looks like something that would be in a kid's room. And then I am going to make sure to give them a desk first and foremost. I mean, there's this one, but it doesn't really have a black swatch. Maybe I should give them the gaming one. I never use this just because I don't like it myself, but I don't know. I feel like that kind of does something. They're a well-off kind of kid. Does that weirdly clip? I think it doesn't really work with this desk very well. Let me see if there's something else that could possibly work. Maybe the IKEA one. I call it the IKEA one. It's the one from Comfy Gamer, the little Simsies kit. There is a black version of it, so I kind of like it. And then over here I can do, honestly, I can put in a little TV here in this corner. Maybe we'll just use this. I don't know. I feel like that's a little bit basic. What if I do this one? Just because it's purple and it looks kind of spooky. I don't know. I kind of dig it. And I'm just going to put in this little TV. Does that look good? I don't think I like that, do I? I don't. It's not really the vibe. Maybe right here? I don't hate that. I have to give them some kind of chairs to sit in. So maybe this one, but I don't know. I just feel like it's a little bit off. You know what? They do all their gaming on their computer. So I'm just going to leave that out. And then instead I'll put a bookshelf or something in this corner. I kind of like this one from Life and Death for obvious reasons. It's got a little cute thing on it with a little ghosty. And then for paintings and posters, this one from Life and Death is so good. I love this one in particular. Is there any other kind of like dark kind of metal kind of vibes. I mean, I would love to use this, but it's too big because it's kind of got some drawings on it. Maybe this tarot one. I mean, I feel like this kid would have something like this hanging up in their room. Their parents like low-key disapprove of it, but they don't want to be like those kinds of parents, you know? So they're like, yeah, sure, but they like are watching them carefully, you know? And then for the bedside lamp, what should I do? I know this doesn't match at all, but like that kind of stands out in the best way. And I want to give them like some rugs in here too. I want to make sure they're like layered up kind of nicely too. There is that one from Life and Death that's round. I swear, weirdly enough, Life and Death has some really good like traditional pieces, but it also has some really, really nice like spooky pieces too. I think this rug is amazing. It's from Spooky Stuff. I mean, look at the bat. It's freaking bats. I love Halloween. But you could also just give them a Halloween rug, but this one I can use all year round. So I love that. We need to give them some hobbies too. I'm gonna say, ooh, let's put the telescope in here. Maybe they are like also into science. They got their like younger sibling into it, but they've kind of grown out of it a little bit, but they get back into it when they're older. I'll still give them like this, electric guitar. We say it's an electric guitar. Maybe I will put in like some kind of seating here in the corner just for decoration mainly. Maybe this like little pile of pillows from is this the kids room or the toddler stuff pack? I think it's toddlers. Fits really well there. I didn't even pick out a desk chair. I got a little distracted. We'll just none of these are really like the vibe that I'm thinking are perfect for this guy. No, not that one. Maybe just a simple black one. I don't like this. That looks weird. It's on all of them too. I'm not really a fan of that. Oh, here's the plain one. Much better. And then we'll give them a little desk lamp. I really like this one. It's kind of cute. I want like a little doodad or little decorative item that's like a little skull or something spooky. Let's just go through the packs and see what we got. Let's see. Spooky Stuff I know probably doesn't have anything. Life and Death probably does. Oh my god, it's perfect. A little spooky ghosty in a jar. Oh my gosh, we're gonna put it right here actually. How cute. Ooh, I'll definitely put a stack of tarot cards right here on their desk. Maybe they're a streamer and then they also do tarot readings or something like that. Let's see. A little plant isn't really something you'd see, so maybe I'll just put some junk in here. I definitely want to put some books because books are, pretty cool, right? Ooh, this little craft cubby thing, perfect there in the corner. Cheer megaphone. I don't think they would be into that. This little hand thingy. Let's see. What else? Ooh, a pile of dirty clothes just like right here. And I'm thinking we have a hamper right here because we do need to have a hamper for the laundry functionality. Now, if you don't want the laundry like gameplay in your house when I build it, just make sure you go through and you remove all of the laundry like items like washer, dryer, hampers. And if you have like clotheslines up, get rid of those too. I think this room is pretty much done. I'm not liking this here. The wooden frame is really throwing me off, to be perfectly honest. Actually, I think we're just going to put down some posters from werewolves because let's be honest, werewolves, I'm so sad that is the last game pack that we ever got. I would love it if we got more, but can we just say werewolves is one of the best game packs that we ever got? It's so good. Let's get rid of all these lights, y'all. We'll put in one of these normal ones right here in the middle. All right, that's so cute. I actually am so obsessed with this room. It's like perfectly furnished. It's not overly done. All right, so let's move to the kids' bedroom, the younger kids' bedroom. He gets kind of a small room, sadly, and this closet kind of takes up a lot of space, but that's fine. We'll make it work. And then his bed will probably just go right here on this wall. Low-key, want to just give him, a platform bed so that he technically has some more room. Is there a color that I would like in this? That's cute. Oh, that's perfect. And then we can put his desk like under here. Let's see. I want a proper desk. Oh, this one has like this wooden tone with the green and the blue. That's kind of cute. It doesn't match the bed though. That's the only downside. Maybe we'll do this one instead. I feel like that looks a little bit better. And then we will give him a little computer. We'll do this like little tablet computer kind of thing. Let's see. None of these really look good. I could do the black. Yeah, I don't like the mouse pads very much, so maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just give him like a little laptop. You know, maybe he's not like exactly a preteen, but he's like kind of close. He's like 10. We'll just say that. And then a little chair. We'll do this little green one, and then like a little rug underneath it. I think we'll do another green rug. I like that. I think this little bookshelf from, is this Discovery University? I'm pretty sure. There is a green swatch, but it doesn't really look that good. We'll do this dark brown. I feel like that looks nice. And I think I'm also going to give this kid a telescope just because maybe he's really into space. See this one right here. We'll just put it in the corner. And then it's not really very spacious in this room. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I am going to expand this room because I'm not loving this shape. They have a closet. Well, to be honest, I kind of like just that little bit of added space, weirdly enough. In fact, how about what we'll do is we'll place the closet right here. Doing that small little change actually I think has helped a lot so that the space is a little bit more efficiently used. I'm not loving this. If anything, I need to put the bed and the desk in a different orientation, but ooh, that doesn't look good either. Okay, maybe just the platform bed is taking up too much space. We'll just put the desk where we had it. We'll put this telescope maybe like right here, and then maybe we'll just use like this bed instead. I feel like that looks cuter and a little bit more grown up anyways. Ooh, but then the closet's in the way. Okay, y'all, we're getting rid of the closet. Even though, well, I'm so torn by this room. Okay, I thought about it for a second more. I think what we'll do is we'll just put the desk right here. We'll put the bookshelf right here. I know it's kind of a tight space, but it is a small bedroom, so I'm not super worried. Maybe this bookshelf is too big for this room. Maybe we can put the closet right here instead. Maybe that's a bit more of an efficient use of the space. Yeah, we'll just say that. And then we'll do maybe the brown swatch. We'll move these windows over. What are your thoughts? I think I like it a little bit more. It still is a little bit cramped in here, but it is a small bedroom. Then we can put like a proper nightstand here as well. I think I'll just use this one from Seasons so that it's not taking up too much space. The little acorn lamp is so cute. I love that. And then let's see, what other little sciencey things could we implement in here? I mean, of course, we could obviously throw in the like sciencey table for kids. However, it does take up a lot of space. I don't know. I feel like this does take up a lot of room. Maybe we can put this here and then we can give them the actual like desk setup, but we'll do like this one. That's kind of cute. It takes up a little less space too. I'm not mad about it. Okay, that's all right. That's better. There isn't a bookshelf like I wanted in here, unfortunately, but you know, I think it's fine. And let's see, we got to throw in some stuff. Ooh, that's such a kid's room thing. I've never used that before. Is there like different versions of it? Oh, there is. There are different poses though. Let's see. I want to give them, let's see, wind, earth. We'll give them, they're definitely like a grass type Pokemon trainer, you know, but it's void critters. Also give them water type too. Well, maybe not a water type, wind type. Ooh, this like dragon is cute. It's purple, but it works. Let me look up something. Void critter. Does this take up a lot of room? Oh, it does. Y'all, I'm kind of thinking, what if instead of science, they're into void critters? I mean, I feel like that I can relate to that a little bit more. That's cute. And we'll just do like, you know, some fun decals too. This is their favorite void critters. Why not? This one's my favorite personally because it reminds me of Ninetales, which is my favorite Pokemon. Actually, I don't know what was my favorite Pokemon because I love both Ninetales and Vulpix. I've always said Vulpix is my favorite Pokemon, but I also love Ninetales equally. Okay, we got them like a little void critter setup. Ooh, the green is so perfect. I just need there to be something else in this room because it feels so empty and bare and sad. So we need to add some other decor, some toys, some just clutter. Ooh, I like this like little Bigfoot stuffy. He looks really cute. Oh, this little sheepy little toy is adorable. Let's see. What about clutter for a kid's room? Ooh, you know what? this room needs. It needs like a tall piece of furniture right here in the corner. I'm having some issues, y'all. I mean, can they get into the closet from this side? Sure. Can we put this here? I mean, I feel like that looks realistic. And then we can put this here maybe. And then I just want like a tall bit of furniture, preferably a bookshelf right here in the corner, because I feel like that would help anchor the room a little bit. I mean, we could just do like maybe this one, but that one's just so boring. I want something that's kind of fun, you know, for a kid's room. I mean, I feel like this one from Enchanted by Nature kind of works. Oh, I see the vibe. I can see it. We don't want this. No. They're into void critters. Maybe their favorite type is the earth type, or, you know, maybe in Pokemon terminology, the grass type. I'll put this here, put this here, put this like right here. Okay, it's starting to look a little bit better in here now. But yeah, what if you are into Pokemon at all? What is your favorite type? Because honestly, I feel like it changes constantly for me. I've always said water types are like the top tier, but grass types, I feel like I like more grass types than water types, but I also love ice. So it's really hard for me to decide. Let's see. I'm just going to give them like a little desk lamp like this. A very simple little one, just like that. It's kind of big for their desk, but whatever. It's cute. And then we need to find some nice curtains as well. I think I'm going to do some shades in here. I don't know. I feel like it's just a fun, different thing to use. That looks cute. That actually looks a lot nicer. I think that's a good place to stop there with that. All right, so the last few rooms we have are 3. We've got the main bedroom right here, the master, the parents' bedroom. We also have a little bathroom, like an ensuite that has a closet space, and it's gonna be like a little walk-in closet right here. So let's go ahead and do these 2 rooms, I think, and then finish off with the bedroom. I need to look at my floor plans that I had so that I know how to do this bathroom, because I forgot, honestly. I think I'm going to have to maybe make this a little bit bigger, because the original floor plan is a little bit different than what I actually had originally. There is a tower, oh my God, tower tub, a shower tub combo. I literally did that in the last video. What is wrong with me? There's one right here. I think I'm going to go with this one from Growing Together. I don't really use it, and there's like a nice green. Is that a green? Is that a gray? I can't tell. So I'm going to move the window right there. Sure, because this is going to be where the toilet goes. We're just going to use the same one that we used in the other bathroom. And then there is going to be 2 little sinks right here. I think I'm going to do just the white. No, we're going to do something else. The green, it's kind of cute actually. I'm wondering if this swatch, is that, okay, I have to check and see if this is green or gray, and I can't see it inside at all. So hold on. I don't know. I'm not colorblind, but sometimes I really question if I can see color right or not. But that's just going to have to be what it is. But we're going to do that. Give them a little toilet paper right here. And then we'll give them a couple sinks as well. We'll just do 2 there. These are the only ones I use in the bathrooms just because they look like bathroom sinks. All of these don't. But yeah, we're going to give them their toothbrushes here. I'm going to do maybe like this for this one and then this for this one. Some, you know, other clutter kind of strewn about. Ooh, these combs in the middle. That's cute. Ooh, we'll do a couple robes hanging up. We'll do like, you know, a green one and then maybe like a blue one. Cute. Ooh, the plunger. We got to put that in all the bathrooms. Like, come on, you got to have a plunger everywhere you go, right? We'll add in the bathroom rugs. I think I'm just going to go with these kind of slight green tinted ones yet again. And then some mirrors. I'm just going to do the same ones that I used in there. Honestly, sometimes you just gotta keep it simple. And we'll put like a towel right there in the middle. And then maybe we do need to put like a little curtain or something over this. Maybe just like a white one. Something really simple. And then we can just put some little art on this wall here. I'm gonna just use the tried and true little branch painting, whatever it's called there. And I'll go ahead and add in some towels as well. Maybe we'll put these, like one on this door and then one on the other side. Why not? Sure. I don't know if that'll work. And then let's see, we'll do that. That's a nice bathroom, I think. It's a pretty quick little bathroom. All right, that's cute. Oh, well, I feel like we could use some more light in here too. Okay, that bathroom is pretty much done. Very simple. And then there is a walk-in closet here. There are some shelves from Dream Home Decorator that you can use as like closets, you know? So we can put these up. Actually, we're going to do all of them like these. We can go into the dressers category and you can see all these clothes here. We'll just make sure to place them right. It's going to be kind of hard to place them, but yeah, you can kind of see what I'm talking about. It's pretty nice, you know, variety of clothes. It looks like there are clothes from other packs as well that you can use too if you want to throw some different ones in there, but we'll just use these to kind of make it look a little bit more full. But there's some little shelves too that it came with that you can also put shoes and stuff in. So we'll put maybe like these on the floor here. We'll just type in shoe because there's a lot of little clutter items, and we can just do like different swatches of the different shoes and just like mix and match them. That way it doesn't look like they're the same old on all of them. And then I'll go ahead and I'll put in a mirror in here as well. And we'll just do this brown one. Very simple. I think for some added realism, I definitely want to add in some like dirty clothes and stuff. I mean, it's kind of perfect, honestly. Maybe we'll put this in here. Maybe we'll put this like basket in here too. Like they meant to put this away, but they haven't yet, you know? For the parents' bedroom, I'm kind of torn between two different beds. I was going to use this one from Cats and Dogs, you know, just try to keep it really simple, but I just don't like the swatches all that much, at least for this house. We could go with this one, but this one's just a little, well, I was going to say it's too traditional for this house, but I don't know. I kind of do like that one too. However, I kind of weirdly like this one, or maybe this one. I feel like this one is more the vibe for this house. Yeah, that just fits the best in here. Let's see. I'm going to try to get like a side table that kind of matches to, I think this is from Dream Home Decorator, so I can probably find something pretty easily. I normally don't like all white bedding, but I really like this bed right now. I don't know. It's just simple. And I think that's why I like it. I'm trying to use like some different furniture in my builds recently because I have a habit of using the same things over and over. And so I'm trying to use some different stuff. I really like these side tables from Cats and Dogs because they match the wood tones pretty nicely. Let me see. What kind of bedside lamp should we use? I want something that, these ones from Seasons might be perfect. Do I do that one? It stands out a little too much. The green is fine, but still. This one's kind of nice, actually. Very simple, but I quite like that. And let's see. They have a walk-in closet, but I'm still going to give them like some kind of dresser or something. I do need to give them a nice rug, though. This one's kind of nice. It's from that chic living room set, modern living. It's from one of the kits. It's kind of cute. It's kind of doing something for me. I think I'll put this dresser here. I kind of like it. I don't know. It doesn't match very well. I think the darker wood looks a little bit better with it. We could also use this one from Seasons because I feel like the wood tones are going to do better. I don't love the base, but the top matches perfectly. So maybe we'll just go with that. Maybe we can give them a TV. I feel like I really can't do that though. There's not really the room in here for it. Yeah, I moved this over here. That just looks a little bit better. I think right here I would like there to be some kind of like standing armoire or something, wardrobe, whatever you want to call it. I mean, that one looks cute, but it kind of doesn't work the best. You know, this one kind of works. I don't know. The industrial vibe, it does something in here pretty well. I kind of like it. You know what? This room isn't my favorite either. Bedrooms are hard, y'all. Like they really, really are difficult. Like I'm probably going to put a chair here, I think. And I feel like I won't be able to put any more furniture in here, of course. Maybe we'll just do this one. I don't know. Maybe a nice white chair. Yeah, this nice like white chair. And I think I'll put probably just a couple little pillows or just a single pillow. I think we'll do the yellow. No, I think we'll just do a nice like soft blue. And then for the curtains, I think I'm also going to go with white. Maybe they just like simplicity in their bedroom. Okay, they want it to be nice and clean and fresh. I'm actually going to do these curtains just because I feel like that looks really nice. Actually, that looks really good when you layer them like that. Just saying. Love that, actually. That actually kind of adds a lot to the room. I feel like this is just too much clutter. I think I want to put it back over here. And then I'll give them a mirror above the dresser too. That's really all we can put in here. We do need to put in a hamper in here. I need to remember that. I almost forgot to put one in the other room too, so I better put that in there as well. Let's see, we'll put it like maybe right here, and then we'll re-angle this chair over just a little bit. I feel like that's a lot of stuff, so maybe we'll put like one over here, and then maybe like one over here for each person. I don't know. And then I do need to add one into this kid's room too, but just put it right there. All right. I really do feel like this room could use some more clutter, so I'm definitely going to add that. We'll just add some like cologne bottles. I'll actually add a couple sets of them there. You know, maybe we will put a TV in here. It won't be like it won't be like a good placement, but it'll at least be a TV. Maybe just like one of those. We'll just kind of like do that or something. Ooh, we can just add like a little hat here, because why not? And oh yeah, this is already helping significantly. Add some glasses. We got a water bottle here. Why not? There's also like a phone and keys we can add. And then of course, I'm just going to finish it off with the not boob light. It's something. It's not my favorite room that I've ever done, to be honest, but it's at least a bedroom. You know, it's pretty realistic. That's the build. We're finished. Alrighty, y'all. Here is the house. It looks pretty unassuming, non-assuming, either or, when you look at it, but there is actually quite a bit of room here. I love how you can see those curtains through the windows. I bet you their parents are so thrilled. But here is the little entrance right here. Pretty simple. We got some pumpkins out for fall. Then you can walk in, and then here is the foyer. There's really not a lot going on in here. They keep this house very clean. They do have some fun stuff here at the entrance. To the left is a cozy but very chaotic little, well, not a little teens room, but a teens room. Very much so a gamer and into, you know, spooky stuff. We have a little science-y little bedroom, which for some reason you can't see the side table. It went away, but it's there. I'll re-add it later. Right next to that room is a little kid's bedroom or bathroom. Kind of messy. Kind of perfect, I think. A very much so a realistic kid's bedroom. We have a tiny little washroom, a little washer dryer set up in here. I think this is a cute little room too. This is the parents' bathroom. It's kind of just like a green / light blue theme. I quite like it, actually. The parents' bedroom, very simple and clean, but I think I like that. We have a sunken living room. I think this is super cute. I love this living room. It's very clean and simple, but I love it. Right next to that is a little dining space with a record player and a nice dining space. Also, can we appreciate this light coming in? Ugh, how beautiful. We have this lovely kitchen, which I'm going to add curtains. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Lovely little kitchen here. I love this light coming in. It is so nice. It's so bright and pretty in here. It's very clean. Then we have a cozy little outback little living space. We got plants. We got a hot tub. And of course, we have a nice little grill area. Very cute. And that is the build. Here is the floor plan. If you want to take a screenshot, if you want to just kind of get a glance at it, there is that. But yeah, do let me know in the comments what you want to see me build next. I also just want to say a huge thank you to my YouTube members, the Lavender Buds. Thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate all the help that you guys are giving me. If you'd like to become a member, you'll get early access to my videos, and you'll also be getting some members exclusive content. I'm going to be doing some save file planning videos, so keep an eye out for those. And yeah, that's pretty much it for today. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments down below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.